Hello and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be making homemade tortilla. Basically, I came across this recipe and I've made it because we usually use organic tortillas and the stores aren't really stocking them anymore. They had 3 shelves of the same generic regular tortillas, and they turned out pretty good. And it's pretty simple to do. So let's get started on the ingredients. We have 1 3/4 cup of flour, 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 3 tablespoons of oil of your choice. I use olive oil. It gives it just a little bit of a flavor. And 1/2 cup of the hottest, not boiling, but very hot water. And you just mix. So let's go ahead and do that. I always like to do the dry ingredients first and make sure that they're mixed up good. Then you don't get like a big lump of salt or a big lump of baking powder or something like that in it. You don't have to go crazy here, you just mix it up. This video is actually so easy, probably won't even have to use any magic. Next, we'll mix the oil in. Now this part doesn't really mix perfect. It's not supposed to. Just kind of mix it up till it's kind of mixed in there a little bit. And as you can see, there's kind of lumps. That's good. Now add your hot 1/2 cup of water. And mix it together. This should start kind of forming a little bit of a dough. If it's too dry, you can always add just a little bit more water, but try not to. Okay, now I told you no magic, but you know what? I need a knife to scrape that off. Now, we'll set these off to the side because it's time to get your hands a little dirty. You really just have to mix it with your hands. You can do so much with a spatula, or I guess maybe you could try using a dough hook. I don't know. I wouldn't. Here. We can even put it right on the table. You're just kind of working it, trying to get it all mixed in and make a little bit of a dough ball here. And it's a little dry at spots. Starts crumbling a little. But don't worry. It'll all come together. Just got to keep working it. Like I said, if you think it's a little too dry, I suppose you could add a little bit more water, but I would rather just, if you have to, lose some of it. Because you see, there's a little bit here. All right. See? And again, you can wear gloves if you want to. That's up to you. Now, this makes 8. Kind of want them about the same size. That way, you can cook them and everybody's happy. You don't have kids going, I want the big one. Or, well, I only wanted a half of one, but there's that little one, so I'll probably take it. Mostly, it's fighting over the biggest one. Okay, so you've got that. Like I said, we went this into 8 separate little pieces, about the same. Let's do it. And done. Okay. Next step. Let's kind of slide this out of the way. Next step, we're going to want to flatten these. And you want them as thin as you can get them. Oh, yeah, I kind of forgot the rolling pin. Yeah, there it is. Now you might get away with this. Last time I did it, I actually had to add a little bit of flour to the work surface. Because it starts sticking a little. But then they turned out a little bit extra floury. So we'll try it this time, see what we can do without. And I am horrible at making them perfectly round. And actually, this is where we argued the last time when I said that people didn't want the small ones because the end pieces tend to make smaller ones. But let's set that off. I'll get one of the bigger ones here. We'll see what we can do with that. Whoop. And if you like really big tortillas, you could actually just make them big ones, and it'd be less than 8. Like I said, I haven't been perfect, but they still make decent wraps. Here, we'll do a bigger one now. See, a lot of it kind of flakes off. But it did last time too, and it turned out okay. I guess if you really had to have them be perfect circle or that, you could make really big ones, roll them out, and then cut out the shape you wanted. You know, if you wanted to impress somebody or something. But we're not here to impress people, are we? Boy, I'm doing pretty horrible at making this one around, aren't I? You know what I might do? And these don't have to be perfect. These I'm going to use in some of our farm fresh eggs. I'm going to make them into some sausage, egg, and cheese burritos. I cook everything separate, and then I combine it and then wrap it and then put it in the fridge, and then we just heat them up later and eat them whenever you want to. So I'll be using our eggs. I'll be using Muddy River Homestead. That's Findlay, Ohio, farm-raised pork. We use their sausage. And cheese, probably just Sargento, because I don't know too many people around here that actually make cheese from scratch. I know, you're probably saying, enough with the rolling. Let's get with some cooking so we can see what it looks like. Whoop. We'll do this one. And then we'll get cooking. Okay, so first, you want to get your skillet nice and hot because heat's important to these. You want to cook them quick. Maybe about a minute. That's it. Let's go over to the stove and I'll show you. Okay, so you just throw them down in there. You'll hear it sizzle a little bit. That's good. Just let it cook a little bit. You'll see it start to get a few bubbles coming up over here. And then flip her over. And it should take a minute to 3 minutes max. Now this one might take a little bit longer because it's just a little bit thicker. Now you can see the bubble right there, and there's bubbles starting to come up. That's what you're watching for. And you can always flip it several times if it's not done. You can actually see it's starting to get a little bit of brown on that side. It probably needs just a little bit longer though. But these are a lot less floury than the last ones, which is good because too much flour can actually be kind of dry. Like I said, they're never perfect. I'm sure if you took your time, you could make them perfect. But I'm not going to waste my time trying to make it perfect. See the brown? That's good. Okay, and that's all there is to it. Quick and easy. Not hard to do if you're going to have taco night and you're like, oh, we don't have any wraps, we don't have any taco. Hey, we can make some. Just a little few ingredients, and you're good. And see, they're pliable too. They're not just going to break as soon as you bend them. But I will tell you, if you overcook them or use too much flour, they will get kind of breaky, which is fine. Throw them down on a plate, throw some cheese in between, some chicken, some spices, another one on top, maybe some sour cream, some lettuce. You got a quesadilla. The possibilities are endless. These are what you would consider just flour tortillas. There's other ones you can add other ingredients to. These are nice and simple, easy to make. So, hope maybe you learned something today and you'll try this at home too. So that's it for this video. I've got to go now, fry up some sausage, cook up some eggs, get a little cheese, get these made. People need breakfast in the morning, you know. Alright, I hope you liked it. If you did, click the like button. If this is the first time you've seen one of my videos and you'd like to see more, click subscribe. Thanks. And remember, we'll get through this. We're all in it together.